Okay, we had stopped here. General cargo ships, correct? Right, wrong? Nobody remembers. No one? Yes, okay. Don't use chat one because what happens, no? It starts flashing and it disturbs Saurabh. To use up your microphone, you can talk, no problem. The way we talk in the class. Okay?
Sir,
That's the way. Because what happened, I unmuted all. You can unmute yourself.
so yesterday
Okay, let us move.
we were
Okay, let's move on.
discussing about the
Okay, general cargo ships. Okay, they were like the rule because what happened? The earlier ships were meant for each and everything. You had people traveling on them. You were carrying all sorts of things. There was no everything. Liquid cargo, dry cargo, temperature control cargo, special cargos, everything. So like mother of all the ships. Now, what is hull? Okay, I will show you because I just showed them with example. This is a box, correct? If it is closed from top, it becomes my ship. I keep something inside, correct? Inside. Now, suppose if there is a damage to any one of the sides, what will happen? Water will go inside and it will damage my cargo because cargo is placed inside. So, this is called single hull ship. All the ships were single hull earlier. All the ships were single hull. Why? Because that was the easiest method. Later on, the problems came. It was not about cargo damage. Problem was you are carrying very toxic things or the something which can harm the environment. So, if there is an accident, what you suffer is one thing, but you are also damaging everything around. What about that? So, the idea of double hull came in. Double hull means box inside a box. Okay, this is a box, right? Like the blue one I showed you. You load cargo inside, it can get damaged in case there is a hole here. And cargo can leak out and damage the environment also. So the double hull idea is this is another box which is inside this. So now I have got box inside a box. So in case something is inside and there is a damage outside, the inner compartment is not penetrated. That is called double hull. So we are talking about a single hull, like that blue box. That is hull. Hull is a box. Got clear, everybody?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, average size these ships, if you find today, because they are meant for general purpose, they are basically smaller ones, up to 150 meters length, up to 25 meters wide, 9 meters draft. Draft is what? The length of the hull, which is below a depth. The depth when we say it is a depth of the water. Ship is floating. So the part from the ship's water line to the bottommost part of the ship, forward and aft we have measured it, that is draft. That means I have got say 9 meters draft and water depth is 10 meters, means I am floating and there is 1 meter gap between my ship's bottom and the bottom of the lake or whatever it is, the water body. So that is draft. Breadth is breadth, length is length. Capacity is measured in deadweight ton. Deadweight tons means small t. We use small t means it is metric tons. If we use capital T or a block T, like this T, it is ton, ton, ton. That is 100. That is not weight. It is something to do with volume. Cargo gear. Normally it is there. Why? Because they have to load and discharge cargo in small places where they may not have facilities. So they generally have their own cargo gear. Derricks or crane. Derricks are like booms. I will show you in picture. They're booms. And if you have got derricks, you must have mast. They don't come alone. They come with mast. Cranes, they're independent. They can go around and do the job. They are fixed in one place. Now, mast. If you have got derricks, you will have lots of masts. If you don't have derricks, then you will have only navigational mast. Navigational mast means one foremast and one mast which is behind and above to display navigation lights. So then they become masts. Now, cargo area has got up to 1 to 6 holds. Holds means the ship's body, cargo space, is divided like the way we cut the bread, and each compartment is made watertight. So it will have anything from 1 to 6, depending. One will be very small ship, maybe very small one. That's why they have got one, and otherwise up to 6 holds normally. Generally, up to 5 is more common, but 6 also is possible. So 6 holds, assume anything between 1 and 6. That is subdivision of the ship. Any one gets flooded. 1 minute, I had to take this call. Hello, hello, Bull. Good morning. Yeah, no problem. No problem. So, the third year division 1, you want me to take 1630? Yeah, 1630, no problem. Yeah, that's okay, no problem. Yeah, okay, right. Thank you. Welcome. Sorry, that was about some change of timetable for other class. Okay, coming back to this. Cargo area, there are, it's a one box is divided into more boxes. That is the cargo compartments, that is holds. So if one gets damaged, still the ship will not sink. That is mainly for ship safety. So every ship will have number of holds, number of tanks. You will never have one long one like that. It has to have a separated ones. Then each hold has got something called twin decks. Twin decks means the horizontal partitioning. You have been to the variety of shops, correct? Right or wrong? Hmm? You've been to malls and all, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, a lot of shops have got high ceiling. So what they do, they have got another loft created with a ladder. Some people go up and work there. Have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is exactly what is done in the holds, and we call them twin decks. Those are horizontal decks. So what happens is I got a big box. So I divide it horizontally, one, two sections, maybe three sections, and there is an opening in the middle so that I can load the bottom first, then close it, then load the next one, and like that. So that is called twin deck. Now, what you can have one twin deck or two twin decks, depending on. Okay, these days you are not likely to see twin decks anyway, but they were there. Ballast tanks. Ballast tanks is where we carry ballast. That is the weight of, ballast is the weight we put in the ship to sink it. Because if ship is too light, propeller will not be submerged. You will not be able to sail only. You have to have a certain minimum depth. To make it, we fill up water in the tanks. Now, which are the standard water tanks? Double bottom. All the ships have got double bottom. Like we were talking about hull, single hull. But even single hull has got a double bottom. Double bottom is to protect from bottom grounding and all. And there are more things which you will study later. For pick tank, after pick tank, two ends. 1 minute, again I got a call. Hello. Huh? Huh? No, I am right now in a class. Okay. Okay. So you have got these three tanks, which will be compulsory. No matter you go on any ship, you will always have forepeak tank, afterpeak tank, and double bottom tanks. Every ship will have it. Some ships these days, modern day ships, don't use forepeak tank for ballast. That is another reason altogether, which also I will tell you someday. But don't worry. Right now, you assume forepeak, afterpeak, double bottom tanks are there and they are used for ballasting. Cargo oil tanks, yes. Normally, there will be few tanks, not all the ships, but some ships where there used to be small parcels, like 200 tons of, say, palm oil and 400 tons of this, like that, for that. So maybe there may not be there. And the space, if it is there, it can also be used to load dry cargo. You just have big lid so that you can open the lid, load the cargo, close the lid, and load on top. Temperature control compartments, depending on the trade, may be provided. These days, you are not likely to see it, but it can be. What is the compartment? You just have a room. In that room, I can load oil if I close it properly and make it properly tight. Say liquid for liquids. Load it. If it is normal room, I can put a refrigeration system to cool it down and call it temperature control compartment. Special cargo locker, I can call it. Why? Because I keep special cargoes there. At special cargoes used to be actually there. Once upon a time, ships used to carry mail also. So, like this post office mail, we used to be on runs where it was loaded, discharged. The people used to write letters, writing, not emails. Then we had even a very special cargoes. There used to be sometimes the very expensive metal ingots, silver. Before silver also was transported. Gold, I don't know. If it was, then nobody will tell you that there is gold. In any case, we also used to get once in a while a shipment of marijuana, the weed, because India had the biggest license and it is used for medicinal purposes. So it was exported to countries like some Europe and sometimes in USA. There, that time, what it used to be done, it was loaded in special cargo locker, but the doors were not only shut, they were welded so that you cannot open it unless you use gas cutter or something to open it because it was that sensitive. Nobody wanted anything risky. Now, this is how the ships look. Now, this is the cargo ship. You can see it now? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is cargo ship and this light yellow colored, okay, buff color. These are the cranes of this ship. Accommodation is here, there is a mast here, and there is one mast forward here. Okay, here, इसके पीछे में. And they have got these cranes. So they don't have additional mast. Whereas if you look at this grey colored ship, okay, these are extremely old ships which don't exist. They have got derricks. Derricks are these booms. And these are the masts. Different types and shapes of the masts. These ships, this is when the cranes are parked. What we say stored, but parking is the word you will understand faster. When you are sailing, otherwise they will start moving around and damage the
अभी ये
things.
पढ़ा था
They are stored properly. Okay, so they don't have masts. One mast here, navigational purpose, another one which is bigger. Hello, what is it? No, no, wrong number. Sorry. Today is one of the rare days I get called. Normally I don't get so many calls. Okay. So this is another type of cargo ship. This is another ancient one. It has got these big booms which are for special cargoes, and it has got like what we used to say goalpost masts. These are the masts, and this is how the derricks are stored while sailing. And see, some cargo is on deck also. So general cargo ships carry cargoes everywhere. Wherever possible, you load something. Okay. This is another one, different types of masts, but same booms are there. Derricks. Again, these ships are also more or less extinct. Most of the general cargo ships are extinct. Now, let's see what Captain Dogo has to say. What is general cargo ship? Cargo is everything that can be transported. Simple definition. Anything that has to be transported can be transported. Temperature control compartments may be provided. Now here you will find a lot of maybe words because these are all options. May be provided. Oil tanks may be provided. Special cargo lockers may be provided based on the what is the cargo, because cargo gets pilfered in the ports also. So you may have, may not have. Now special features. What special features they have got? Twin decks. Twin decks are associated with general cargo ships. That is the loft-like arrangements, horizontal separation. What is cargo area? Normally number 1 to number 6 holds, depending on 1 hold to 6 holds in number. On average, generally you will find 3, 5, odd numbers are more common. But depending, and again they are mostly extinct, so you are not likely to see any. Very rare. 1 or 2 twin decks are there. 1, 2, and then bottom hold. Ballast tanks are standard double bottom tanks for peak tank after peak. Cargo gear, yes. Cranes or derricks, one of the two. Or rarely you will find anything without cargo gear. It will always be there. Foremast, other mast may be present. Now other mast will come when you have got derricks. Derricks need mast to support. So if you have got derricks, you are going to get mast. If you don't have, you have got only cranes, then you will have only navigational mast, foremast and mainmast. Capacity 500 tons to 12,000 tons. That's the standard size. Mixture of all cargoes. Lengths can vary anything from 50 meters to 150 meters normally. Breadth 10 meters to 30 meters. Draft 2 meters to 10 meters. Okay, hull is a single hull. Now, purpose of mast is to support. Now, when we talk about two types of masts, okay, one is the navigational purpose mast. That is to display navigation lights and all. So those are navigation purpose masts. That is foremast and the radar mast. Whereas other masts are there to support their
Yours
system.
is like something that I found someone who looks like me.
Why romance
While
Bankar
I'm waiting,
118?
please mute.
Who is 118? This is like blowing money. At least blow it in right place. What is point in paying to educational institute and not study? Okay. So see this variety. Now what happens? Always remember length and breadth ratios. It is normal proportion is 1 is to 6. Okay, normal. Plus minus, okay, 6 can become 5 or 7. That is normal. But around 6 it will be hanging around. That means if you have got width of 10 meters, length of the ship will be 60 meters approximately. 30 meters will be up to 180, and then its minor adjustments will be there. Just keep this rule in mind. So let us go to the checking, knowledge check. Can general cargo ship be called mother of all ships?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. Very good answer. Yes, sir. Because everything started with general cargo ships. After that, variations have come. That is why we said it's mother of all the ships. Now everybody is on this page. Multi-purpose ships.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Now let us see chat में what is there. Yes sir, yes sir. Don't put on the chat. Okay, because what happens now? When you put on chat, then it starts flashing. Flashing means I have to see what is it. You can use your voice. It is much better. Okay, multi-purpose ships are relatively very few in number. They are more like modified cargo ships, you can say. They carry same bulk cargo. The advantage with them is they can carry bulk cargoes. They're designed because bulk cargoes have got some extra regulations, which you will be studying later. But just remember, bulk cargoes have got extra regulations. That is why ships have to be made in a specific way. Otherwise, they are more like general cargo ships. Hull, single hull, length, breadth, everything is like a general cargo ship only. Small differences. But capacity deadweight can go up to 30,000, 40,000 tons. Whereas general cargo ships normally about 12,000 tons. But these ones are little bigger. Because they carry bulk cargo. Now what happens? 10, 12,000 tons of bulk cargo is too low. So you have got bigger size, little bigger. Cargo gear normally yes. Why? You are doing both the jobs. No, you are doing general cargo ship as well as bulk carriers job. So you will have your own gear normally. Mast. If you get derricks, you have got mast. Otherwise, only navigational mast. Cranes are there, then only navigational mast. Cargo area. Same like general cargo ship, but twin decks may be present, may not be present. Odd ship may have twin deck, but if there are twin decks, they have got holes. So that if you load bulk cargo, it can go down. Okay, so it is very few designs are left. I have sailed, been lucky, I sailed on one. So in general, today you may not see, but if at all, multi-purpose ships can have some features of general cargo ship and some features of bulk carrier. Ballast tanks, standard for peak after peak double bottom, plus may have upper side tanks. Upper side tanks are where just below the deck, on main deck, just below the main deck, there are tanks which are sort of you can say hanging. Those are upper side tanks. Cargo oil tanks normally no. And nowadays what they do is on these ships, if the trade is demanding it, they just fix up some containers on deck which are liquid for liquid cargoes. So that is a new way of looking at it. Temperature control compartments again the same. If somebody is going to tell me I got this, you take it? I said okay, paisa de raha hai to main lega, but I will have to modify it. So what I do is I put the reefer containers on deck and carry cargo in that without modifying my main hull, main design. Special cargo lockers, no, because these days you don't have cargoes only for special cargoes. Now see, this is the cross section of one of the multi-purpose ships. See, underneath they have got different types of cargoes. On top, you have got some deck cargo like these are boats. This is some maybe bus or trailer or whatever it is, tank, and containers. And here is an example of one ship actually carrying. You see, they have got some different cargoes on deck. Containers are there, and there is a very interesting feature on this ship. You are with me, no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Sir, I have a doubt.
हाँ बोल.
सर जब भी हम लोग कोई ऐसा कार्गो कैरी करते हैं बल्क टाइप जैसे कोल हो गया और वैसा ही कोई स्टोन का सबस्टांस हो गया तो पैकिंग फ्रैक्शन कैसे मेंटेन किया जाता है सर
There
कोल
is
का
no
कोई बड़ा सा हिस्सा
no, there is no packing. It comes without packing. You just load it.
नो सर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट पैकिंग फ्रैक्शन कोल
Packing.
का एक बड़ा सा टुकड़ा बहुत ज्यादा जगह लेगा और
हाँ, okay,
बीच में
okay.
कहीं
That
कहीं
is
पे
not.
गैप्स हो जाए
We call it stowage factor. Stowage
Okay, sir.
factor means in 1 cubic meter how many tons will fit, cargo weight, how many kilos in 1 cubic meter, and we do the calculations accordingly and see how much we can carry. If my volume is 100, so I multiply it with the storage factor, I know maximum I can carry so many tons. And then there are more things which you will be studying called broken storage factor and all. So in bulk cargos and all, we do our calculations and then we load. Right now we are just looking at it, what all we can do. Later on you are going to do all the calculations also. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now see this ship. Something interesting I want to show you. The crane arrangement. This crane is in the center. This crane is in center. And these two cranes are on one side. These ships are designed to go port side alongside. This side only alongside. For these special cargoes they are carrying here, and that's why cranes are fixed here. It is not necessary crane has to be on center line. You can fix up anywhere you like. A lot of ships will have one-sided cranes like this, so the ships always go port side alongside. Got this point? Huh? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cranes need not
Sir.
be on center line. Okay? Just remember that much. We have got a lot of options. So that is why we are professional. We know the options. Okay, let us check what you all have understood. Multi-purpose ships have cargo gear.
Yes, sir.
True,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
True.
True, very good. So you will say very good, very good. Very good response. Bulk carriers. Next stage. Bulk carriers carry dry bulk cargo. Okay, bulk carrier is a dry bulk. Bulk means loose. Here we carry dry bulk, and the ships are designed in different way and big variation. Big variation. That is the reason the smaller ones are more like multi-purpose. They can carry coal or the standard cargoes, bulk cargoes. Plus, they can also carry steel coil, steel pipe, timber, deck cargoes, depending on the smaller timber is can be logs. Logs means the trees are just cut and put, and you carry them, and then the rest of the part importers do. Deck cargo means whatever you can put on deck, tie it up properly, dashing done, that is okay. Steel pipe, steel coils go in the hold. Sometimes what happens is the smaller size bulk carriers get these cargoes which are easier to carry for them, and they get finally what is the idea of business? My ship should be used and I should be earning money. What I can load is what is the my ship. So if my ship is designed general purpose, ye bhi chalega, ye bhi chalega, it's good. That is how we work. So bulk carriers, there is a lot of variety. Hull is single. Average length will vary anything from 100 meters to 400 meters on average. Breadth 15 to 60 meters, draft 5 meters to 20 meters. See, there is a lot of variety in size. Cargo capacity anything from say 10,000 tons to 4.5 lakh tons. A 400 ton, I have put that time, but it can be around 4.5 lakh tons also. So they can be massive. Now here what happens, the smaller size of bulk carriers may have cargo gear. Why? They have to discharge the cargo. Mostly loading of the bulk cargo is done by conveyor belts, but the discharging is done by either ship's crane or shore cranes. Shore cranes, big ships. The general size ships, the smaller size, they carry it and they have got crane plus the grabs and all to discharge the cargo. What happens, for example, we have got a lot of steel mills or steel factories, big ones, in remote areas on the coast. So because you don't get land, prime land to make the port, you always move to about 30 kilometers away from the main cities. Once upon a time, port came first and city grew around it like Mumbai. Today, you want to make a port, you go 30 kilometers away, then only you have a chance. So you create a lot of things there. Now the port is there, but the water depth is not enough. So how do you bring the things? I am at a steel mill, I need the iron ore, I need coal. So bulk carrier brings it. Like for example, in Mumbai Harbour, it will anchor in Mumbai Harbour. The smaller bulk carriers will come, which are more like barges. This big bulk carrier means big in this case here is maybe carrying about 100,000 tons. Okay, keeps on discharging in smaller ones go alongside, and they keep on emptying it there, and they come back and take more. That is how you empty the ship. So cargo gear normally on smaller size ones is there, and many ships have got specialized cargo arrangement, discharging or loading, depending on what is the they are designed. There's a lot of designing on bulk carriers for specific ports and specific cargoes. Then mast. If you have got cranes, same you will have foremast and the other mast, navigational mast. Same thing even if you don't have only navigational mast. So there are no masts for any other purpose. Cargo area, there are no twin decks on bulk carriers. And it can be number 1 hold to 9 holds. Okay. Ship is cut in compartments. To each compartment is watertight, and you can have 1 to 9 holes depending on size. Very small one may have only one, but technically it is still bulk carrier. Normally they will find 7, 9, it's more common. And they have got upper side tanks. But some of the ships, their upper side tanks also can be loaded with grain cargoes. Some of them. There is a lot of variation. Try to understand, yes, they have upper side tanks, may be used for cargo, may not be used for cargo. Ballast tanks, the standard one, double bottom, 4 peak, after peak, plus upper side tanks, the tanks which are just hanging the main deck, and ballast hold, because very often this tank capacity is not enough to sink the ship. So what you do is you have got some cargo holds which can be used for ballast. That means you open there is a blank thing which you open up and pump in water there so that it fills up and sinks the ship. Now see, he is asking me what now. Ballast tanks are part and parcel of the ship. Okay, the way I have got pocket, right here. The way I have got a pocket here.
Hello.
Hello, like this pocket, there are ballast tanks on the bottom of the ship, and here in this case, these upper side tanks are upper. Just if you remember this much, the ballast tanks are there. Later on, when we go to each ship's design, I will identify them so you will understand it better that time. Okay?
The water in ballast tank causes damage to the ship.
No, water is there. You have got no choice. You have to make it heavier. Now, water is the best substitute because it is freely available. You can pump in, pump out, and it doesn't cause damage because things are designed for it. Once it is designed, there is no damage. Cargo oil tank, temperature control compartments, special cargo lockers. No, they are not there because the purpose is now more clearly defined. This ship is meant for bulk cargoes. Now, look here. Okay. This is that smaller one what I was talking where they will like grab. See these yellow things here? These are the grabs to discharge the cargo. So these are sort of 80,000, 100,000 tons capacity. Anything from say 50,000 tons to 80,000, 100,000 ton capacity. And the next type is, this is another type of bulk carrier where it has got special gear to discharge. Okay. Special gear. Now special gears vary and things. It is a technical subject altogether. But it is a special gear. This is one of those mammoth size. Like what I say, 300 meters, 400 meters long. Now normally today, as of today, the ship sizes are limited to 400 meters for a variety of reasons. What happens is the port development and ship development must go side by side. Otherwise, if there is an imbalance, you will not be able to take big ships in the port, or ports may have the capacity issues because it's a big complex structure altogether, the business wise, economy wise. So this is a big one. These are dedicated ones, like they carry iron ore or coal. Only two cargoes basically, nothing else. So there is no cargo gear required. It is all done from shore. The navigation mast के लिए foremast, and there is a aftermast or mainmast, whichever way you call it. That's for only this purpose. The mooring arrangements are forward, similarly there are. But you see the size of this. This is the total body weight of this ship is about maybe close to 5 lakh tons. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 tugs here, and one more is there available. 5 tugs are available to push this ship because ships go fore and aft. And when you are going to berth, you have to push it sideways. So pushing sideways 5 lakh tons of weight is not easy job. Okay, bulk, another type, another big one, giant. This is how it's loaded and looks like. Now today you have got a lot of these huge bulk carriers which carry whole, like Vale karke, there is one company, a Brazilian company, and Brazil exports a very high amount of iron ores to China. So ships were designed specifically for that route. And normally what happens, bulk carriers, if it's a arrangement between the buyer and seller, which are also, there are very few of them who buy this sort of stuff because of business reasons. So they can have a long-term arrangement. Sometimes the arrangement goes 20 years charter. Means I make the ship for next 20 years. I have got guarantee of business. So then according to what that guy wants, I will get my ship. So Capitano Dogo. Capitano means in Spanish captain. Okay. What is he saying? Cargo minerals. Minerals means ore. Ore is just digging things. Okay. Cement, lime, fertilizers, food grains. Now cement, lime, fertilizer, food grain up to maybe about, anything parcel size is 50,000 to 100,000. Sometimes you get different cargoes like the chana and all also in bulk. Kitna parcel size 10,000 tons. So then you will say, okay, I load this in two holes and other holes I will load some other cargo, and you get all types today. But a lot of these dry cargoes are shifted over to containers, smaller parcel sizes. Okay, temperature control compartments don't exist. Special features are like strong hold decks. Now, hold decks means the bottom of the hold, not on the main deck. Bottom of the hold is very strong because it has to support loads of lakh tons. Because if you take the big ship, it can carry up to 4.5 lakh tons, and in what's a 9 holes. So each one must support at least 50,000 tons. So it has to be extremely strong. Cargo oil tanks, no. Special lockers, no. Cargo areas, normally 1 to 9 holes, no twin decks. Ballast tanks are standard ballast tanks plus upper side tanks is the new entry. Upper side tanks is the new entry in bulk carriers. Those are the extra tanks. And later on you will know the purpose of this. General cargo gear is what? Big ships, no. Small ships may have cranes, and some odd ships will have a specialized system. Like we have got one model in institute as you enter office building on left hand side. That is showing you a special cargo gear. So when you join, you will have a look at that. Mast, foremast is there, and one small mast on top of the bridge, wheelhouse, for navigational purpose. Capacity is 500 tons to 4.5 lakh tons. Length anything from 50 meters to 380. I put 380 because again there is nothing. I write 380. After 1 month I read somewhere it is on 400. But 400 is the standard mark at this stage. That dimensions are fixed at Don't go beyond it, otherwise it will be more difficult to manage. Ports are not geared up to take more than 400 meters, because you have to turn the ship and all inside the port to go in. So it is restricted to about 400 meters today. And then 65 meters width is nothing abnormal. 65 meters multiply by 6, you will get approximate length. Now 400 meters, 60 meters is okay. Small variation will be there, but 1 is to 6 is the standard ratio. Now, normally they are all single hull ships, and ore carriers, which we will be doing. Ore carriers have got double hull, but that is purpose is little different. They didn't start with the idea of double hull, but ore is heavy, so the center of gravity goes down too much. If it goes down too much, there is a violent rolling, very violent, and it can do structural damage. So you want to load it little up. How do you load it up? By you increase the depth of double bottom tank, you increase close from sides, so that automatically cargo is loaded higher. So you reduce the center of gravities. Actually, it's getting little too much for you right now. But there is something called GM and all. You reduce it to the manageable level. Okay, let us look at knowledge check 5. Bulk carriers vary greatly
True.
in size. True. Very good. This is why I am not happy with this system. It is like for your mental capacity, this looks like schoolish system. That, yeah, very good. You keep on saying it. Not for mature guys. Okay. Now we will stop at over carriers.